Hello, I'm Detective Inspector Jonathan Oates of the London Borough of Ealing, and this is the second of our murder mystery talks set in what is now the London Borough of Ealing. The second of these crimes took place in 1863. It concerns PC William Davey, aged 40, who lived in a cottage on the avenue in South Acton. One day he was walking along Bollow Lane on his beat and he saw two brothers, Joseph and Isaac Brooks. Joseph was aged 25 and his brother Isaac was 23. They were both labourers. Joseph, however, was also a deserter from the army. PC Davey suspected them of stealing planks of wood from a nearby builder's yard in which they were employed. He spoke to them on this topic. Later that day, he told of his suspicions to his superior, Police Sergeant William Bonnick. That night, PC Davey was enjoying a dinner at home with his wife, and there came a knock at the door. His wife went to open the door, and there was a man at the door who she couldn't see very well. He asked her if he could see her husband. So William Davey went to the door. A moment later, the sound of a gunshot was heard, and when Mrs. Davey looked to see what happened to her husband, she discovered his dead body, his face barely recognisable because of the gunshot wound which had killed him. Eventually, she managed to get help. The police arrived and they discovered that this was a case of murder by shotgun shooting. Now, PC Davey had previously talked to his boss, Sergeant Bonnick, about his suspicions about the Brooks brothers. So the sergeant and an inspector went round to see the Brooks brothers, who lived a couple of miles away, and he spoke to them and asked them what they'd been doing, and both of them claimed complete innocence. But one of them did say he did have a gun, but he hadn't used it for a long time. The police investigated and discovered that the shotgun in question, which fired bullets of the type which would have killed Davey, had only that evening been redeemed from a pawnbroker's shop by a friend of Joseph Brooks, Jane Lake. The police therefore arrested the two Brooks brothers, and at their trial they pleaded complete innocence. They had nothing to do with the crime at all, and their defence barrister argued that there was no motive why they should kill a policeman at all. It was even argued that they might not have had the time to have got to PC Davey's house, shot him and returned. However, the prosecution evidence had a number of witnesses who had seen the Brooks brothers at large on that evening. They argued that one of them had retrieved the shotgun from the pawn shop shortly before the murder, had used it on the unfortunate officer and returned home. The jury found Joseph Brooks guilty of murder and his brother Isaac Brooks was not guilty. Therefore, in several weeks' time after the trial, Joseph Brooks was hanged by the neck until he was dead. Thank you for watching this. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to Ealing Library's YouTube channel. Thank you.